biochemistry, and indeed it is. And proteins are no exception. Proteins are polymers also. And they are polymers of something called amino acids. Polymers of amino acids. And that's what proteins are all about. Well, as we enter the land of proteins, I think it's very important that you figure out what an amino acid is and how polymerization is going to occur. First of all, let's talk about what is an amino acid. Well, if you know your functional side groups, you already know half of what an amino acid is. That's pretty good considering you didn't even know what it was 10 seconds ago. Let's take a look at what an amino acid is. An amino acid. Right there in its name are the clues that tell you half the molecule. Think back to those functional side groups. Amine group. What was an amine group? Well, an amine group looked something like this. There's your amino group. Okay? We're going to hook that to a basic carbon right in the center. And now we're going to make it an acid. Remember what the acid group was called? It was called carboxyl. And do you remember why it was called a carboxyl group? Okay, well, it had a carbon, and it had an oxygen double bonded to it, and an OH here. And do you remember why this was acidic in nature? Because this tended to donate that proton and become negatively charged. But what's most important is that these two groups functionally come together to form an amino acid. Now, I want you to look at this and think about it. Is there something missing from this? And if you know your carbon chemistry, you remember that carbon has 4 valence electrons. And so we're missing something here, and we're missing something here. And so therefore, we have to put, well, there must be something up there. Carbon never has its valence electrons on free. And so what we're going to find is we're going to have a hydrogen here. Now, you're saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. Are all amino acids the same? No. There are 20 different amino acids